Hello guys, it is the 13th of April 2023 and due to the kindness of one of my subscribers, I've been announced that there is a new BIOS version for the ASUS ROG STRIX Z490-E gaming motherboard. With this, I really thank you to you, Alliance 1393, I think. I must admit, I tried to look it up in the past few months, but I saw that there wasn't any updates, so I left it like it was. Right here we see the new version is number 2701, and as my subscriber recommended me, here we see that this update will improve the system stability, which I must admit I've never had problems for years. I mean, like after the first BIOS updates, the system is as stable as possible, but of course using it in the stock mode. And also here we see that ASUS recommends that before the BIOS update to download Intel ME update tool from ASUS support site, which is located in the same tab beneath, and update this Intel ME firmware to this particular version to ensure the optimized system settings. And as usual, before running the USB BIOS flashback tool, we need to rename the BIOS file in its shorter, let's say, variant, by simply double clicking BIOS renamer in that file. So let's first download the BIOS version. You see it will look like this, a zip file, and also Intel ME. I don't even know if I have this version, and of course it looks like this. Now we go into the download file where we download it and unzip both files. So this is how they look after downloading. Now let's extract them. On the right side we see the extracted files. Let's first begin with Intel ME update tool, and right here we have this fourth let's say file. This is the application ME update tool. Double click it, and I don't see anything noticeable happening. Let's see this PEU updater. If I double click it, yeah, there isn't anything special happening. So just double click this this tool right here in the driver. No, here we don't have nothing. Let's see if I double click it again. Basically nothing happens, just these like two files appeared, and that's it. Okay, then up to the BIOS file, we see that right here the BIOS file has this longer name. So in order to shorten it, we just have to double click the BIOS renamer file up here. We get this message and we need to press any key to continue. And the job is done. Now the BIOS file is shortened like this. Okay, so now we know exactly where the this file is located. Let's go further on. Before that, we get this warning after double clicking the Intel ME update. Please check if the driver is installed. Let's click OK. By looking on Google for Intel ME driver, we get this first file, Intel Management Engine drivers for Windows 10 and 11. So this is how it looks, and we see it has really a hefty size, 405 megabytes. And right here all the versions possible. I really don't think I had this this one. Let's download it, accept all the terms. Okay. So this is how it looks inside, but I will have to unzip it. Okay. Now let's see in drivers. MEI, Windows 10. Where is Windows 11? Or so basically double click the first file and set up ME. Let's see what happens. Just click next. And now it's finished. Okay, and now let's go back to that ME update tool right here and double click it again. And we get this message. So yeah, please make sure you first download the Intel Management Engine from Google, from the Intel site. Now we get this message. Updating Management Engine might take a while. To ensure a proper update, we suggest that you close all running apps on your computer before updating. Yeah, okay. Just press yes. Back up your BitLocker and suspend. Let's click yes, and the installation process begins. Until now I've made the BIOS update from BIOS, so from the BIOS itself, and all was okay. But if they say right now to use this tool, okay, let's see how it is. Okay, let's press OK and reboot the computer. We see we get the same behavior like we would have had on a BIOS update. So when you press restart, the computer will shut down for a second and restart right after. And now let's see where that Intel ME software is located, or how we are gonna use it. Since I don't see it anywhere, I will use the same method that is in the past. Open up ASUS AI Suite 3. And it will open right on this tab. It is called Easy Update, and you'll have this tab where you can manually update the BIOS. Right now you see I still have the old version of BIOS 2601 released last year in May. So this new BIOS version, available since last month, since March, will come handy. Okay, so now we click these three points right here and scroll and go into the file where we have the new BIOS. So I have it in downloads. We see here the BIOS file, and right here the shortened name. Click on it and hit open. And it is loaded. And right now we simply have to click this button right here, update. We get this message like usual. It might take between 3 and 5 minutes. Do not shut down or reset the system. And also the system requires a restart for the BIOS to take effect. And now we hit the flash button. We get the same, another message, update to BIOS 2701. Press OK. The system requires a restart. Click OK. And after the restart, the update process will begin. Here it is. So now just have patience, don't do anything, don't touch anything, and just wait until the BIOS will be all installed. Now the update was successful, and the system will restart a few times. We had one restart. Now it's the second one, so don't worry. If you don't have a signal on your monitor, it's perfectly fine. And after the second restart and about 30 seconds of uncertainty, we get the motherboard's logo. Here we have the two options. We can press F1 or F3. F1 is for the Intel default CPU settings, the stock power limits, which I recommend you to do, even if you have an unlocked Intel CPU like I have, the i9-10900K, and this amazing motherboard. I am not an adept of the overclocking, and but if you are into this overclocking, and if you really want to void your warranty or to fry your CPU or your entire system, you can press F3 to unlock the Uber limits for increased performance and of course power consumption. So let's press F1, and now we will log into the BIOS. Already up we see the BIOS version 2701, it's perfect. What I always need to do after the new BIOS installation is to lift the RAM frequency through the simple, let's say here in easy mode. We have the XMP option, which we see after the update is disabled. So the RAM right now is at 2133 MHz instead of 3200. We simply press enable in easy mode in the XMP option right here, and that will put our RAM to its highest frequency. Okay, This is perfect. And now also I need to turn off the electricity or the power in after the shutdown. So in soft state S5, something like that. For this I will go back in advanced mode, and I think it was in the advanced tab right there. USB configuration, not here. I always forget where they are. Let's see, onboard devices configuration. Yeah, this was it. So in advanced mode, advanced tab, onboard devices configuration, you'll have to go a bit lower down, and right here we have USB power delivery in soft off state S5. It is enabled, and this means my keyboard, my mouse will remain on with their RGB even after the shutdown. I don't want that, so I will disable this feature. And pretty much this is it. These are the only two let's say options that I change. Right now we press F10 to save and exit, and here we have a list of all the changes that have been made, and we just press OK, enter. Now the system will restart, and everything will be perfect just like before. So with this, guys, the new BIOS version is installed. I really hope that you will manage to do it without any problems. If you will follow these steps, I'm sure your system will run perfectly. What I would like to add is the fact that I recently ordered another 32 gigabytes of Corsair DDR4 3200 RGBRS kit. So that will bring the total of amount of RAM of which I will have to 64 gigabytes. Although my system doesn't use the entire 32 gigabytes available right now, I looked on the web, on YouTube especially, and I saw that upgrading to 64 gigabytes will make the system snappier, will make it really a bit faster. Everything will be much more let's say fluid, and I did this because you can see I only have 2 slots of RAM populated. I think I hadn't installed all the RAM slots in my PC for maybe 18 years since I had my first PC ever. I'm really looking forward to receive the RAM kit. It will be about a week more because I purchased it from a site in my country that needs to order it from the, let's say, another, maybe another country, and it takes a while, but I found it at the best price possible for my country, and I really recommend you to do the same. So if you feel that your PC, which in my case now has almost 3 years, it's incredible how time flies by. You can imagine that sometimes we might feel the urge to update the PC to the latest and greatest, and really if you would have to replace your CPU, the motherboard every year, you would pay a fortune. So be thankful to what you have, but in these conditions, in 2023, try to put 64 gigabytes of RAM in your system. No matter if you see in the performance tab that you don't use more than 10 gigabytes or 11 gigabytes, let's say. There are so many programs running in the background, so many bloatware in Windows nowadays, that we do not even consider that these programs would be the one that is holding our system back, and gives us that feeling that everything we do, everything we click doesn't happen like it did back when we first installed the Windows. I will make a video for this as well, but I'm pretty sure after that upgrade, since I do video editing also, the everything will be better. So with this, guys, thank you so much for watching. I wish you all the best. Have a perfect running gaming PC, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.